All right, hi guys. We are back tonight for another acrylic pour, but we're doing something a little different. Outside of my comfort zone. It's a creative idea I thought of, and most recently I've found that those ideas that I have actually turn out the best. So I'm just gonna go with it. So fall is quickly approaching. As much as we hate to see summer end, although I love fall, I bought some of these wooden sugar skulls. They are at the Dollar Tree, and my idea is to do an acrylic pour on this. They also have, I don't know if you can really see, but they also have, let me come closer so you can see. At Dollar Tree, they also have some Day of the Dead ribbon, which is super cute. So my idea is to do an acrylic pour on this painting with these same colors and then use it as a centerpiece for a wreath that I will use for Halloween. So I think it could be pretty cool, or it could be a disaster, who knows. But I'm kind of excited because I'm going to be switching jobs at work, and I'm going to have an office, and heading into fall, Halloween, this might be fun to hang on my new office door. So if it's not a train wreck, that's our plan. So there's our canvas, so to speak. And then just taking the colors from the ribbon I had, I've just got some white mixed up. All of this is mixed with, oh, this one needs a little water. All of this is mixed with a little bit of water and pouring medium. So just to kind of thin it out. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna pour this. I think I may do puddles and see what happens. If I need to, I'll use the blow dryer or the hair dryer, but we'll just see. So I've got my white. I have, these are all Apple Barrel, Walmart cheap paints. I find they work best because they're cheap and they're a little thinner. This is a purple, which is called Concord Grape. This one here is called the Meanie Blue. It's kind of like a dark turquoise. And then I've got a lime green, which is I really made really thin, so I'm probably gonna have to use just a touch of this. This one is called Parakeet. And then I have a orange yellow here, which I actually mixed a couple colors together to try and kind of lighten up the orange. It was apricot and I don't know, I think there might have been a pumpkin orange, and then I mixed it with some apricot. So it's not completely yellow, but not totally orange. And then the last one is a pink, which I used the Apple Barrel Diva Pink with a little touch of pink parfait mixed in to just kind of not make it so like neon. So, all right guys, here we go. Oh, and I've already got paint on my hands. So I think what I'm gonna do is start with my white and kind of pour a little bit of that around, and then just add my colors in kind of puddles and see what I get. If it turns into a muddy mess, I'm honestly gonna be really disappointed because I have a vision in my head, and if it turns into a muddy mess, it's not going to work as a centerpiece for a canvas or for a wreath. But anyway, I'm just gonna pour some of this on in different spots, just so there's kind of a base to help pull in some of that other paint. I'm curious to see how this works because it's obviously got, you know, holes and stuff in it because there's a design in it's actually like an image. It's not just it's not really just a canvas, but we'll just go with it. Okay, so I've got 3 different spots where I've got some white. I think what I'm gonna start doing is just pouring my colors on in kind of layers, in pools, so to speak. Like, okay, so we've got some purple. The green is really thin, so I'm not sure. Oh, we're using the blue. Excuse me. I don't know that I'm going to use a whole lot of this because it's really thin and I'm afraid it's really going to muddy things. All right. I'm also looking at this. I'm not sure this is going to stretch all the way like I need it to. But we are gonna just go with it. Because lately I'm finding that's honestly what has been working for me best. So, sorry, my cups are in the way so you can't see what I'm pouring. I'm getting some cells over here already, which is kind of cool. I think once I add this pink, I'm actually gonna top it with a little white, and then I'm gonna circle all of my color with the leftover white because I don't want it to get too muddy. I kind of want to keep some of that separation of color. So we are going to take the rest of this and just pour it around our color so we can stretch our paint. Oh yeah, this one definitely needs some more. Okay, so I feel like actually I might need to use the hair dryer to get the effect that I want out of this. So let me grab that. At least initially, at least just to kind of get that white to move. So we are going not as much white down here as I would like, but that's okay. All right, and the more videos I've watched, the more that they just kind of let it sit for a minute before they really work it. So I'm gonna do that. And then I'm just gonna start to try and move it. This is gonna be tricky to cover, I think, because of the holes. The paint is gonna want to obviously drip off between those holes, and that's gonna make it more difficult to kind of cover the rest of the thing. But I'm thinking worst case scenario, if I need to, I can mix up some more color and just repeat the process to fill in the gaps. Or this could be a complete nightmare, who knows? We're just gonna go with it. We're gonna blow a little, see if we can't stretch some of our paint. Ooh. Pretty sure I just got paint on my face, but that's okay. We're just gonna go with it. All right, I think I will pour maybe the rest of this in a cup and layer it. I think just to fill in the rest of the negative space. So I don't know if you guys can see what's happening here. I am getting kind of the color effect that I was hoping for, so that's good. But just because of the holes that are in this wood piece, I'm losing a lot of paint. So we're just gonna go and see if we can't make this work. I'm gonna put a little bit of white in here though, because otherwise it's gonna be far too dark. All right, So we are going to come in, I think, down here. And just kind of drizzle the rest of these colors on. Wow, I think these eyes are really going to be difficult to cover like this, just because there's so many holes there. But so far, this is actually looking pretty cool. I might have to drip some more, like I said, right around here in this eyes. That's going to be hard to cover because there's holes in the entire, excuse me, in the entire thing. So I might have to like use a swipe and smear technique to fill that in, but we'll see how much we can get this to move. Same with the top here, this rose. It's pretty cut out, so you may have some issues there, but we're just gonna go with it and see what happens. This is looking actually really cool. I think I'm gonna put a little more, I'd like a little more white. Kind of break up some of this color, but otherwise so far it's looking pretty good for what the effect that I was going for. So all right, we're gonna move the rest of this around, and most of the paint I've got there so far isn't moving. That's the other thing, working with wood, it's obviously a little more porous than working with a canvas. All right. Sorry guys, I can't seem to talk and work at the same time. I have an issue. But the wood is actually a lot more porous than a canvas would be, so it soaks in the paint a lot faster. Oh wow, but this is really looking cool actually. I'm kind of liking how this is turning out. All right. I still don't have as much white in it as I would like, but that's okay because I'm gonna put on a little more of this leftover color, and we might just have what we're going for. I'm just gonna blow off some of this extra paint here. Again, all these little areas that have like fine detail, we're kind of missing some spots, so we're just gonna kind of have to like pour it and fill it in. But that's kind of all we can do at this point. But like I said, because of all the holes that are in there, I feel like that's working out, because even dumping like a straight color on, it's basically dripping off. So it's just kind of blending a little bit and just giving some touches of that added color that we're going for. So I think we've covered, oh gosh, no we have not. Man, this is tough. All these little holes in here make it tricky to try and make sure that you've actually covered your entire work here. But I think we're getting there. So I've got a couple other spaces to cover, and basically I'm just using whatever leftover paint that I have, mixing it together and pouring it on and letting it flow off, just to cover that negative space. But so far it's working out pretty well actually. This looks very like, I don't know, like psychedelic. Is that even a word that we still use? Do people still know what that means? It's very bright. It's very, yeah, psychedelic is kind of the only word that I can think to describe it. So now I've got really too much pink and purple on that end that I don't want. but I see some white underneath there coming out, so I think if I just keep blowing on that, I might mix just a little bit of orange on the edge there. Pull that off. I really am liking the way this is turning out, though. Actually, it's I don't know how well you can see all the detail. I will bring you for a close-up once I make sure I have covered everything, because this is crazy. All these little holes like in the eyes are really, it's like the very edges are just not what they should be, but that's okay. We're gonna fix it. As long as it's all covered, we'll be good. So I'm just adding some pink and purple that I have left over here to try and cover the little cracks that I missed. But I think otherwise everything else looks pretty well covered. Oh, I don't want to turn it that way because I'm kind of losing some of what I had going on here. I don't love what's happening right here in this rose. I see my paint is kind of like pooling in between the crevices of that, but that's all right. We will fix it. I can get excuse me, I can get a nail or something and kind of just poke it through. But I kind of like how this is turning out, actually. I wish I had a little bit more white to just kind of mix in there, but honestly, I'm okay with it. I don't, again, that's my too much gene kicking in, and I don't want to let that happen. So I'm just wondering if I blow on certain areas, if I can bring out a little more of that white that I poured out as a base. Oh. All right, yeah, we're getting some. So I've tapped in I tapped in a few little splotches of white here and there. I don't want to muddy it too much. So again, I'm gonna cut off my too much gene. But if I can get this to not drip, I will come over and show you a close-up of the finished product, and I think I'm happy with it. Oh wait. Sorry, my hair dryer is in the way, my hands are filthy. Let me move that. And then I can at least give you a quick look at this. I don't know, I feel like this needs, it's too purple, green. Sorry guys. Again, I do not know when to shut my too much gene off. Oh wait. But that's actually creating a better effect. And it got rid of that paint that was plugging the little cutouts. All right, and we brought a little more white back into it, so that's good. All right, guys, I'm gonna try not to drip everywhere, but still try and show you what we came out with. Oh God, the lighting in here is not great. Sorry, it's like sunset and it's just not, you're being backlit by outside, but I think you can still kind of get the idea. So here's my little skull, and I am happy with it. Let me wash my hands. Also, let me just say, I was not going to do messy art tonight. I was only going to do art that was therapeutic, like music, which I did earlier. yet here I am, still making a mess. But I really wanted to get this going. Like I said, I hope to make a wreath out of it for the fall, or for Halloween, which, let's be real, is coming much faster than we'd like to admit. So I'm glad to have this done. I need to set it on something. I'm gonna set it here, which is a little more, you can see it a little better. And I will pull you off so you can actually see the painting. So I think it turned out pretty cool, actually. And this is the ribbon from Dollar Tree that kind of goes with it. Oh, except I'm putting it in the paint. So I think it'll make a fun wreath. I will keep you posted when I make my wreath and show you how that goes. But I'd say overall, this was a successful project. I got the outcome of what I kind of envisioned, and I'm happy with it. So if you're interested in doing the same thing, guys, Dollar Tree. You can get this at Dollar Tree. You can get the ribbon at Dollar Tree. You can get a wreath form at Dollar Tree. And you can make yourself something amazing that you created for, seriously, probably under $10 by the time you buy the rest of the stuff to finish your wreath. So don't be afraid to try something new. As usual, take chances. And thanks for watching.